Hey data enthusiast, welcome back to Guide Coachings, the go-to channel for all things data-driven. I'm your host Mozam Ali, and in this tutorial, we are going to demystify three important aspects of a function in Python. So, what are they? They are function overloading, function overriding, and super. Okay, so now what is function overloading? We are going to see that. We are going to demystify each and every aspect of each and every topic in this tutorial, so stay tuned and watch till the end. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so that you get notified whenever we post a new video. Let's quickly jump onto the first topic, that is overloading. So in Python, overloading concept is not present, but what exactly the overloading concept is? Okay, so overloading concept is a, we define a class. We have a class, and in that particular class we define a function with the same name. We define multiple functions with the same name, but here the return type and the return type of a function and argument list might be different. What is that? Now let's take an example. We define a class as mathematical calculation. We define a class as mathematical calculation, and in that particular class we write add function for addition of two numbers. Then we write another add function for addition of two different strings to concatenate. Then we write third different function such as add float values. So these three different functions has been defined into mathematical class, and now if we are going to use it, so the object created will be runtime, the compile time. At the execution time, the compiler will decide which function to call on the basis of the input which has been given. So if add 1020, then it will call the integer type of value. If the value is given a comma b, so it will call the string type of value. If the input is given as 10.10 and 10.20, so the float type of function will be called. So this is your function overloading. So this is how the function overloading concept works. But in Python, function overloading concept is not present. So it is very simple. So you don't need to worry about it, like how we are going to define it, now we are going to use function overloading. But for the sake of understanding that it is not present, I should tell you that it is not present. Okay, else you will be trying to implement that functionality and you will be finding errors, and you will be seeing, like, you will be getting confused, like what is happening. So the way the way it is present into the C++ and Java, it is not present in Python, so don't worry about it. Now we will be moving about on to the next topic, that is function overriding. We are going to see the practical example as well. Once we complete this theoretical part, we are going to practical window. Now we have seen about the we have a class, we have different methods. So a method with different argument list, if you observe. So here we don't have any argument, here we have two arguments, and here we have three arguments. So that is function overloading in Python, but it is not present. So if you try it, you will get an error. Okay, now what is overriding? So overriding here, in the overloading concept, we are involving only one class, but here in overriding is present. So it involves two classes, the base and the child. Okay, not a two random classes, they has to be have a relation between them. So base class and a child class. Okay, so base class have a function which is mysum. Okay, and it will have certain parameters. Then we have a child class which will have mysum, and it will have some calculation or some parameters. It could be same length or it could be a different length. Okay, now we'll quickly jump on the practical window. We'll see first of the first, that is function overloading. So I have defined over here function as a b. Okay, and here I am printing the value, and here I am executing it. So if I execute it, I am getting 30 as a result. You see, if I try to define one more function over here, okay, if I do it like this, and if I abc plus abc, and if I execute it like this, you see I'm getting an error. Okay, now if I sorry, if am I'm not getting an error because here I am giving three values. So this value is overridden by this. If I try to give now two parameters, ideally in the other languages it will call this method. Okay, it will call this method, but not here. If I do like this, it will give me an error. Okay, so if c value is missing, so if I give 3, now it is working fine. So that way it is not working, it is not going here, it is going to the latest function which you have created. So that is how you can do it. Now if you want to give a dynamic input, like if I want to give an input of one variable as well and two variable as well, so you can do it like this. So if I give only two values, it will execute this. Keep that in mind that it is not calling this function anymore. Okay, if I execute it now as well, it is giving me the output. So it is dependent on here. So here we have default a value. I have given a default value to first variable as 0, second variable as 0, and third variable as 0. So if I am passing so user is passing two values as an input, so it will consider the third value as 0, and it will assign two values to these variables and then give the value to, and then give the result. Okay, so if I execute it, it is giving b as a 0 and c as a 0 and a as a 10. So that is how your function overloading is working in Python. Now we will take another example. Now we will move to the next example, that is function overriding. What is overriding? Overriding, okay, so we have defined a function, but we are overriding it into the derived class. So let's assume an example. We have a class Maharashtra where we have two functions, that is capital and language. Okay, so this capital will have the capital of Maharashtra is Mumbai, and this language have the Maharashtra is language of Maharashtra is Marathi. Now we have another class. See, this is my class and this is my another class. So this is my Telangana class which I have created, where I have written uh, Telangana is okay, is capital of Telangana is Hyderabad, and language is Telugu. Okay, over there language is Telugu. Now if I create an object of m1, if I create an object of Maharashtra, it will give me an output. And like once I write over here, so if I write m1 dot, and if I hit tab, so see it is giving me two options. The first one is capital and the second one is language. Okay, the same way it will be giving me for t1. Okay, so if I delete this, hit enter, okay, I'll do, now I will delete this, and if I hit tab over here, so it is again giving me capital and language. What is capital? Capital is this function which is available in Telangana, and language is this function which is available in Telangana class. Now if I join them on the basis of a superclass. Now what is superclass? Superclass is a parent of all. Okay, so here I have created a class that is superclass as India, and India's capital is Delhi, and India's language is Hindi. Two things, capital and language, defined in your India. Okay, now Maharashtra is an state which is in India, which comes in India. So now we are creating a class of Maharashtra. So here I have created a class of Maharashtra and calling the parent as India. But what I have changed over here, I have just written one method, that is capital. Okay, this is the concept of overriding. I am defining my own method. So my father might have a property but I also have property. His property his own, but my property is my own, and his property is also mine. So likewise, I can access my father's property as well and my property as well. I can sell his property as well and I can sell my property as well. So that is the functionality, that is the advantage to the derived class. So this is the parent. Okay, it has two methods, language and capital. Maharashtra is having only one method, that is capital, and Telangana Telangana C have only one method. So capital is present in Maharashtra and language is present in Telangana. Now see the magic. If I am creating, I have created M1, and if I do M1 dot, now I have written M1 dot. If I put tab, so see, it supposed to show me only one language, only one method, that is capital. But if you see, I am able to see language as well. So from where the language is coming? So language is coming from your parent class. So if I execute it, see where it is gone. Yeah, the language of India, so is Hindi. Now this is calling the parent class method. Okay, so that is how you can access your parents properties. Okay, and this is how you can define your own property as well. So if I want to see only the overriding concept, I will put tab and I will select capital, and then I will call this. So see here, capital of Maharashtra is Mumbai. So now here it is calling the capital method which is available inside it. Okay, now how I can call this capital? If I want to call this capital for this Maharashtra, how I can do that? So we can do that as well. Okay, for that we will be using a superclass concept. Okay, so moving on to the next topic, that is super method. So what is super method? Super method is a method which is present into your parent class, and it can have a different name into your parent class. Okay, it can have a different name into your parent class, but when you are calling it, it will have a super keyword before it. A super dot show. Which method? So super show tell the compiler, the kernel, to take which function from the parent class. So see, this is the simplest class which I have created over here, and I have created a child class of it, and then I have created a show method as well. Now if I want to call the parent class method, I am just creating an object of I am creating an object of C1, that is child 1. Okay, so if I write C1 dot, now if I put tab, so you see I have only one method which is in the parent and in the child. So I'll click show, and then I'll write like this, and then if I execute it, so it is showing me the value of parent as well and the child as well. That is the advantage of super keyword for accessing your values present into your parent class. Okay, that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, any queries, or any doubts regarding the topic which I have covered today, you can write me a comment and we will be discussing it into our next session. Or you can join my demo classes which are available online on every Saturdays and Sundays. So it's a weekend class. If you are interested to become a data analyst, you can join that class. It's join those classes. It's absolutely free. And you can see how we are teaching and how we are discussing about the topics. So link is in the description, and the timings are also there. So you, if you are interested, you can go and visit it. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye.